Hello, this is Blake with Prestonwood Worship. I'm excited today to continue our study in Matthew chapter 5 in the Sermon on the Mount, specifically in the Beatitudes. There are 9 of them, and the Beatitudes are sort of the marks of one who belongs to the kingdom of God. And each of the 9 of these Beatitudes begins with the word blessed. And this feeling of blessedness, it's not a conditional feeling that depends on one's circumstance, but it's a trust. It's a joyous hope in the Lord amid all circumstances, good or bad. And the Beatitudes seem less than ideal oftentimes. One doesn't normally associate being poor in spirit with being blessed. Or mourning, which is what we're going to talk about today, or certainly you would not think that being persecuted would qualify you as blessedness. It seems to be blessed. You would be powerful, you would be strong, you would be successful, but this is not what Jesus is describing here in the Beatitudes. He says the kingdom is very different than the kingdom you might expect. The kingdom of God is different than the kingdom you may expect. Those who belong to the kingdom of God, they are poor in spirit, they mourn, they're meek, they hunger and thirst for righteousness, they are merciful, pure in heart, peacemakers, and they're those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. This is what it looks like to belong to the kingdom of God. And so specifically, I think when we're talking about the second beatitude, which says, "Blessed are those who mourn," we're talking about the mourning over one's sin and over sin in general. All creation is tainted by sin. Everything is marked by the fall. Nothing is as it should be. And specifically, we sin every day. I've sinned today. You've sinned today. We have all sinned. And we should mourn that sin. We should be brokenhearted by that sin. But we will be comforted. That is what Jesus says here in verse 4. "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." This doesn't mean we should wallow in our self-pity all day. It doesn't mean that we should just remain in a mud of guilt and shame. But Jesus came and he fulfilled all of these Beatitudes. He fulfilled all the law perfectly, so that we could be comforted, as it says here in verse 4. So today, let's confess our sin to the Lord, knowing that he died for it, and we shall find comfort. Thank you.